everyone and welcome to Dueling with Downton, and today let's talk about the differences between Rush Duel fusions and fusions within Master Duel. Now, I have covered this a bit in my episode 58 review, however new information has come to light that would help give off more of a distinction between the two formats for fusion summoning. And just a point, more information will be released as Yu-Gi-Oh! 7 progresses as an anime series. So even after I upload this video, more information is going to be constantly being released. So I'll do my best to keep an update in the comments down below of any more differences that appear. So if you're watching this video a bit after I upload it, then of course check down there and see if any more information has come to light. But with all that said and done, let's get started with the first point being the pronunciations of the summoning methods. Within Master Duel / the anime, characters use this particular pronunciation when fusion summoning.
だからマジックカード融合を発動しフライヘルとモーレイネペンテスを融合する魅惑の香りで虫を誘う二輪の美しき花よ今一つとなりてその花弁の奥の地獄から新たな脅威を生み出せ融合召喚現れろ飢えた牙持つ毒竜レベル8スターブベノムフュージョンドラゴン
Whereas in Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's, their way of fusion summoning, or saying that they're fusion summoning, is adopting the English language word for fusions, which is fusions. Like so.
混ざり合って生まれる禁断の命フュージョン召喚フュージョンフュージョンフュージョン
So then point number 2 is the way in which you fusion summoning. Within Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's, you don't use cards from your hand or spell card polymerization. Instead, you must have the needed monsters required for fusion summoning on the field already. This of course is quite easy in Rush Duels because you can summon more than one monster per turn. Now then, the other catch is you need to have a fusion spell card. And this fusion spell card is different than polymerization. Because if you go back to the episode in where fusions make their debut with Yuga versus Yuo, Gakuto even states fusions, like polymerization. Again, meaning that our cast know about the spell card polymerization, giving us that difference between fusions and polymerization with fusions in Master Duels. Now, I will admit, within Yu-Gi-Oh! Throughout the other 6 series, we've seen characters fusion summon without using polymerization, instead using an archetype-specific fusion card. For example, Gem Knights would use Gem Knight Fusion, or Red Eyes would use Red Eyes Fusion. I think that's what it's called. They'll be up on screen as a few examples, so you could say that this point is rather weak in terms of standing up against an argument. However, this is still a distinction between Rush Duels and Master Duels, fusions being different, so I wanted to include it here. Now then, my next point is something that I actually left out of my review, mostly because I wanted to wait until another fusion monster appeared within 7's to confirm this, but a lot of other people have pointed this out and stating this to be actually a fact about fusions within 7's, and it does make a lot of sense. So I do feel confident in adding this information to this particular video here. The new fusion monsters within 7's have 2 specific effects given to them once you fusion summon. However, you can only choose one effect to activate. Let's take a look at Yuo's ace monster Amaterasu. Its effects are as follows. You can destroy any set card your opponent has on their side of the field. Or you can raise the attack of a cyborg type monster on your field by the total attack of all warrior monsters on your opponent's side of the field. Now, that word "or" means you have a choice between the 2 effects. This is something that is different than what we've seen from Master Duel fusions, even if the Master Duel fusions have 2 effects themselves. To go in a bit more detail, both of these effects are not available from the start. You have to choose which skill you want to use once you summon your fusion monsters within Rush Duels. This has never happened before within Master Duel Fusions, and it adds a feature to Rush Duel Fusions that makes it a bit more unique and gives it that feeling of freshness. And like I've said before, it gives us that difference between Master Duel Fusions and, of course, Rush Duel Fusions. Now I understand that fusion monsters previously within Yu-Gi-Oh! Shows have had multiple effects, and to that I do say that although they've had multiple effects within the fusion card, you've always had the option of using all the effects that the card has on its print. Whereas in Rush Duel Fusions, it looks like you're only getting a choice between one effect, and you have to choose which effect to use on a certain situation. This, of course, makes the other effect in Rush Duel Fusions that you don't choose basically redundant. Now, of course, like I said at the start of my video here, there is still a lot to learn / to be revealed when it comes to fusions within Rush Duels. Like what happens skill-wise once your turn is over. Would Amaterasu keep the gained attack point value that it increased itself to on the turn that you use that skill, or making it extremely hard to overcome when your opponent has to deal with it, or would it simply just refresh itself and go back to its normal attack point value, resetting its attack basically? We don't know yet. Or at the start of your next turn, if your monster is still on the field, would you be able to choose from the two skills again, or do you simply have to fusion summon again in order to get access to that second skill that you don't trigger the first time you fusion summon? So again, there's still a lot to learn / be revealed and to flesh out. This is still a new summoning mechanic within Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's Rush Duels. So, of course, there's going to be more information, and like I said, I'll put it in the comments down below once stuff gets revealed, in case you're watching this a little bit after the upload itself. So there you have it for this video. I hope you found it helpful in some way, or it's cleared up a few of the differences between these two similar methods. They basically have the same concept, but they are different inherently. Now, if you're bored about hearing the differences between Rush Duel Fusions and Master Duel Fusions, then why not check out this video in where I go over 5 characters from the Yu-Gi-Oh! 7's anime that I believe should be able to use fusion summoning in the future, and give my reasons as to why. Go check it out. Should be a good video. Plus, if you have any more questions, then feel free to let me know in the comments down below, and I'll do my best to try and clear things up as best that I can. But in all honesty, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, hit that like button, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll be seeing you next time. Have a great day. Alligator, matane. Goodbye.